Turn it up. Yeah. Call all the deacons up. Call them up now. Ask if we linking up. Ask if we linking up. What time no sleeping time? 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 Call up the deacons, bro. Call them up now. Ask if we linking up. Ask if we linking up. What time no sleeping time? What time no sleeping time? Wake up the sleeping tribe. Wake up the sleeping tribe. Call up the deacons, bro. Call them up now. Ask if we linking up. Now. What time no sleeping time? 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 Call all the deacons up. Call them up now. Ask if we linking up. What we linking up? What time no sleeping time? Any minute now. Wake up the sleeping tribes.
I said I had to call him up. I made the phone call a Deke like, what's up? Is you ready for war? He replied, been ready for war. Been ready for a battle with swords. And I respect him cause he fought many wars. I humble down to what the scriptures say and give doubles to the elders that been leading the way. I know it's hard in this walk and they've been walking for years. So when I'm weak in the flesh, they voice attend to my ears. A young man trying to soak the wisdom, gain the knowledge, apply the scriptures. Wrong decisions leave me senseless. Dear Lord, would you give me a chance? We all looking for the code to the gate. We all looking how to...
what did he say? Slave or something?
Yeah, well, now what he's saying is that he's showing you that we the Israelites. That we the Israelites of the Bible. Right? Do you see yourself on this sign right here? Which one are you? Read it.
Say some.
Which one? Simeon?
Yeah.
So you're a Dominican? Your dad from the Dominican Republic? Alright, that's a descendant of Israel. Alright, so what we letting our people know is that we the chosen tribe. Do you know why we went into slavery? Alright, he just read. I'm gonna show you again. Watch this. I read 17 and 17 for him. Watch this.
The book of Sirach of the Apocryphal, chapter 17, verse 17.
Come on.
For in the division of the nations.
So when you read Genesis, bro, the Most High divided up all the nations because it's clear that it's different nations of people. You got the Chinese, you got the Arabs,
The Mexicans.
yeah,
Korean.
yeah. So we finna show you who's who. Watch this.
For in the division of the nations,
All right.
of the whole earth,
Go ahead.
he set a ruler over every people.
Right.
But Israel is the Lord's portion.
Israel. That's what I was just bringing out earlier. Israel. This is Israel. The 12 tribes. These are the 12 sons of Israel, of Jacob. Right. So you say if you come from the Dominican, that means you one of the 12 tribes, but we've been divided. I'm gonna show you why we in the conditions that we in now. Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. Because what it was, this Bible was only given to these 12 tribes of people. So it told us that if you will not hearken, then you're gonna go into slavery. You got a choice. You say you either could do this and prosper, or you could reject it and suffer. So we rejected it. That's why we suffering now, right? Who occupy the low parts of every city we in?
Right.
No. You sure? Who occupy the ghettos in every city in America?
We do.
Who is we?
Yeah.
Blacks, exactly. Hispanics, the Indians, we all suffer this. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Come on.
But it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass mean what? There was a prophecy saying that what? It's gonna happen, right? Yeah. Check this out.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
You know what hearken means? Hearken means listen. So the Most High telling them, if you will not listen to these commandments, what?
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Do a few of the commandments.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Right.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All right, bro, I'm gonna ask you, what's the curse, bro? Is the curse something good or something bad? Would you want to be cursed or would you not want to be cursed?
Be cursed.
You want to be cursed? You would want to? Nah.
You want to be good.
A curse is not what you want, right? Yeah, you don't want to be cursed, not by the Most High. So he said, if you don't listen to these commandments, all of these curses gonna come upon thee and overtake thee, right? Check this out.
Verse 16.
Come on.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
What we just talked about. Who cursed in every city across the cities of America right now?
Right.
The blacks. We the one occupy the ghettos, right? Who was the only nation of people who that was cursed in a field? That was cursed in a strawberry field. That was cursed in a cotton field, potato field. Huh? Now, what people were serving in the field? Who was forced to work in the field from sun up to sun down? Yeah, did you know that was in the Bible? I'm gonna ask you this: how did so-called black people or Dominicans get to the land where they in now? How did black people get here to America right now?
From slavery.
From slavery, right? All right, did you know that was in the Bible? I'm gonna show you that. Go straight. Give me 68. Look it up. Show you this. Hey, everything that happened to us, Bible prophecy. You first read it, it say you're gonna be cursed in the field, you're gonna be cursed in the city. That's why whenever we go, we always in there with the dilapidated houses, run down buildings, you know what I'm saying? Spray paint everywhere. That's us. That's biblical. Check this out.
The book of chapter Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Hey, how you say we got here? Slavery. What kind of slavery? Airplane slavery? You got her on horses?
Like boats or something.
On what?
A boat.
Exactly. That's what they tell you in all the movies, right? So I'm showing you in the Bible. They'll teach you that in school, but they don't teach you this part of the history. Check it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
All right, do you know what Egypt means according to the scripture?
Bring everybody together or something like
that? Yeah, now what Egypt means, bondage. Hey, give me Deuteronomy 4 and 20. Exodus 4 and 20. Exodus 4 and 20. Come on. Exodus chapter 4, verse 20. Because, like you said, this is so how old are you, bro? Right, so like I said, they'll teach us about slavery in school, but they don't teach you what were you before slavery. So what we're telling you today is why it happened. Slavery happened for a reason, and slavery is gonna end. But you gotta understand what part of it you wanna be on. See what I'm saying? So that's what we out here doing. All of us, we didn't know this at one point, but that's why we out here teaching our brothers now. Deuteronomy 4 and 20. 4 and 20. All right? I'm finna show you what Egypt means. Then I'm gonna go back to this chapter, the scripture that we was in. This is what Egypt is in the Bible. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 20. But the Lord hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt.
So what did Egypt mean in the Bible? Yeah. Read it again. Watch this. He reading it to you. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 20.
All right.
But the Lord hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace.
Stop. Now, an iron furnace, is that somewhere that you want to be in? Would you want to be in an iron furnace? No, that's captivity.
I can tell you what they do.
What?
They're like, take your these right now, break it out of
a furnace. Yeah, a furnace is basically, a furnace is captivity. That's what it's making a reference to. Yeah. It's making a reference to the land of Egypt. Read, finish that up, finish that up.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 20.
Read.
And the Lord hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of inheritance, as ye are this day.
A people of inheritance is the 12 tribes, because we gonna inherit the kingdom. That's who Christ coming to save. See what I'm saying? But I'm showing you what Egypt mean in the scriptures. All right, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
He's talking about our homeland. Once the Israelites was taken from their homeland, they ain't seen it no more again. See what I'm saying? It's prophecy though, but I'm gonna show you how we gonna get up out of it though. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Enemies. Who sold us off of those ships? White people. So the Bible say what? The Bible say the Israelites got enemies. So according to what he just read, who is the enemy that sold you off the ship? The whites. Or the Edomites. That's what the scriptures call them. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
This is the land where you were sold into your enemy. All right, but you know, since you understand that you're in slavery now, it's something that you got to do. Because do you understand that you are an Israelite now? Give me Deuteronomy 10 and 2. Because do you believe you're an Israelite now? Do you know that Christ? Do you know that Christ is black, like you, right? Christ got hair just like you. I'm going to show you something that you got to do though first. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12.
Read.
And now Israel, what doeth the Lord God, thy God require of thee?
Hold on, bro. What's a requirement? What's a requirement, fam? So somebody tell you that you are required to do this, and the job say that you are required to.
I mean, something like the army or something?
Yeah, I mean, a requirement is something that you must do. It's something that you got to do. All right, so this is what the Most High is telling the Israelites was the requirement of them. Read.
And now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
He said what it is. He said a requirement of the Israelites. Once you understand you're an Israelite, then you are required to walk in all his ways. That's what you see us doing, bro. That's keeping the commandments. Do you know what these are? You know what the fringes are? Nah, it's fringes. Give me Numbers 15. Because Christ wore fringes. Because what we supposed to do, if you call yourself a Christian, you're supposed to be following. Give me 1 Peter 2 and 21. Because as a Christian, you're supposed to do what? Follow Christ, right? Christ came was a living example, right? So what we supposed to do, you call yourself a Christian, you are supposed to follow the ways of Christ. You're supposed to eat what he eat, wear what he wear, celebrate the days he celebrated, right? America has taught you everything different. See what I'm saying? I'm going to give you one. Read
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 21.
Read.
For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example.
So hey, when he said Christ suffered for us, what did it mean? What are you talking about? Nah, yeah, he suffered though. How did Christ suffer for us? What did he do?
Died on the cross.
Died on the cross. I'll pray. Watch this.
For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps.
To do what?
That ye should follow his steps.
Follow his steps. So we're supposed to follow in the ways of Christ. So I'm going to ask you this. Do you know what today is? Today is the Sabbath day of the Lord. Alright? So I'm going to ask you, you know in Genesis where it says the Lord worked 6 days and rested on the 7th, right? So what's the 7th day of the week? Huh? Right. Today is the Sabbath day. Today is the day that you're supposed to be congregating. So I'm going to ask you this. Why do everybody go to church tomorrow on the first day of the week? I mean, somebody lying, right? Yeah. Somebody lying, right? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give you, hey, we'll give you out the scripture. Give me Exodus 20. Give me Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Everything that we say, we're gonna prove it out the scripture, bro. So the first thing that we're gonna let you know today that you learn that you're an Israelite. You are of the chosen seed. Right. So the next thing that you gotta do, you need to repent and start keeping these commandments. That's right. You know what I'm saying? You live where you in the mountain, you live in the mountain, you live in Memphis. Hey, we got a school right around the corner. Every Sabbath, we meet, have class start at 2 o'clock, bro. If you ain't got nothing to do, you should come today. Watch this.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
I'm going to show you what today is.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
You know what holy means? You always heard Holy Bible, Holy Scripture. You know what holy means? Holy means set apart. It means set apart. So if somebody say that you are the holy seed, it means you the set apart seed. You're not like the other seeds of the earth. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like he said, today is the holy day of the Lord. The Sabbath day is set apart. You don't do what you want to do on the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? You have commandments or requirements that you have to do for the Sabbath day. That's what you see us doing. Read.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day.
The what day?
But the 7th day.
Which is Saturday. The 7th day of the week is Saturday. But the Christian church tell you that Sunday is the first day of the week. That don't make sense. If you look at any calendar, it starts with Sunday to Saturday. Read.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
So what?
In it thou shalt not do any work.
I know you say that you got to go to work today because you're in captivity, but you need to change that. If you can start getting Saturday off, Saturday is the day that you need to have off, not Sunday. Because most of people be like, hey, well, I got Sunday off. Sunday ain't the day you need to be off, bro. Saturday is your day. Then you need to come to class. Read. Finish that up.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day.
Rested when?
And rested the seventh day.
Alright, read. Alright. So now you see the seventh day according to the Bible. This ain't nothing we making up. The scriptures say you rest on the seventh day. Saturday is the seventh day. Alright, he gave you that flyer. That ain't doing nothing, but that's giving you more information on what we brought out. I'm gonna give you one more. I'm gonna show you the image of Christ. Give me Revelation 1. Hey, everybody in this Bible is a man of color. See what I'm saying? They gave us this picture. Yeah, they tell us that you know who that is? That's Caesar Borgia. They told us that this is Christ. When you go in every Christian church, they got this picture of him. That's not Christ though. I'm gonna show you what Christ looked like straight out the Bible.
Bring it out, I can show you Christ something like this.
Something like what? Nah, that's not Christ. All right, hey, look, I'm gonna show you this. Hey, let's see what the Bible say. Let's let the Bible explain. All right, read.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14.
Listen up, bro. What's your name? Who, the real? All right, my name, I'm Zafon. I'm Zafon. You say what?
My name in the Bible.
Your name in the Bible? What's your name? Is it in the Bible? Where? All right, I'm gonna show you Christ first. Let me show you Christ.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 14.
Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
White like what?
Were white like wool.
He said the head, the hair on his head and the hair on his face, because Christ had a beard, was white like wool. Who got woolly hair? Yeah, you're right. But what people on the earth right now got woolly hair? Who got woolly hair walking the earth right now? You got woolly hair? Nah, bro, you got woolly hair. Y'all heard, you ever seen a sheep? You don't know what a sheep look like? It's woolly. A sheep is white, but it got the texture of it is woolly. Like your hair, bro, that's wool. You got pure wool. All these men up here, we got woolly hair.
That's right.
A European got German Shepherd hair, straight hair. You know what I'm saying? Read it again, listen.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs
and his beard
were white like wool.
Like wool.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
All right, now I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to stop right here. He said he got white woolly hair and eyes of fire. All right, do he got woolly hair?
We do.
So, which one of these looking more like Christ, according to what the scriptures say? All right, so who is this? That's a false idol.
Yeah,
that's the devil. Read.
I'm gonna have to tell you right.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. And his voice as the sound of many waters.
Hey, what color is brass, Darrell?
What brass?
Brass. Fine brass. Like brass knuckles.
Brown, gold or something?
Yeah, brownish color, right? Like the men you see standing up here. This pale. This ain't brass. They don't look like Christ. Read it again. Start at brass.
Revelation chapter 1.
Start from brass.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
If you put anything in a furnace, what's gonna happen?
It's gonna turn like, I can't say dirt. I'm just gonna say
darker.
dark,
right? Right. All right, so that means that Christ was already a brownish brass, then it looked as if he burned in a furnace. So that means what? Christ was dark as hell, with woolly hair. All right, so this man right here don't look nothing like what I'm reading out the Bible. So you gotta ask where they come up with that. Where they come from. Everybody in the Bible look like you. Everybody in the Bible, all the prophets, the Most High God and Christ, all were men of color with woolly hair.
That's right.
That's what we're trying to get our people to understand that. Finish that up.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. and his voice as the sound of many waters.
All right, we'll be showing you everybody in this Bible black. Give me Exodus 4 and 6. I'm gonna show you about Moses. You know about Moses, right? Moses parted the Red Sea for the Israelites, right? So I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna read this. I want you to tell me. Read.
Exodus chapter 4, verse 6.
Read.
And the Lord said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom.
All right, so this is the Most High. He's dealing with Moses. He said, hey, give me your hand. He said, put your hand in my bosom. He told him to put his hand right here. Read.
And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous.
It was what?
Behold, his hand was leprous.
Do you know what leprous is?
Like leprechaun or something like that.
Nah, leprous is like white. You know what I'm saying? Like light, very light skin, like white. So he told Moses, put your hand in my bosom, and he took it out, and his hand was white, right? So if Moses was already a pale man, how did his hand turn pale? See what I'm saying? So Moses already had to be what? For his hand to turn white, what color did he have to be? It had to be black to start with. All right, finish.
His hand was leprous as snow.
White as snow.
And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again.
So he tell you, put your hand back into the bosom again. Now watch what happened.
And he put his hand back into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh.
As his other flesh. So what that mean? He turned back to his regular color. Alright, so that's to let you know. Moses was a man of color. The Israelites that he delivered, these 12 tribes right here, these were all men of color. That's right. And you say, your father, Dominican, you from the tribe of Simeon, all those is one big family. We was divided and conquered through slavery. That's why they broke up the 12 tribes. That's why the 12 tribes were broken up. But it's all one big family. So this is what we out here, we letting our people know this today, bro. All right, give me Numbers 1 and 15. Or matter of fact, give me Leviticus 21 and 5. I'm gonna show you another scripture. Because when you read about the image of Christ, he said his head and his hairs was white like wool, right? So he had a beard. So another thing was, you know, as you're an Israelite, another thing that you gotta do is stop shaving. You shave? You don't shave? All right, well you ain't supposed to shave, I'm gonna let you know that. Read.
Leviticus chapter 21, verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head.
Oh, so all of these people that we see that's bald, because bald is like a fashion trend right now. Jordan, Tom Barker, whoever else you can think of. They think that Steve Harvey, all these folks, they think being bald is cool. If you're an Israelite and you bald head, you ain't sin. You're gonna get judged for that. Read.
They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
That's a commandment. This is what they taught us how to eat. Hey, we learned shaving in Africa. See what I'm saying? So you're not an African. So that's why it's a commandment for us. The men that's up here that can grow beards, we grow beards. Nobody shave, we don't shave. So that's another thing that you stop doing. Don't shave, bro. Breathe.
Nor make any cuttings in their flesh.
No tattoos. You got any tattoos? No more tattoos. I'll pray. Breathe.
They shall be holy unto their God.
That's their word again. They shall be what?
They shall be holy unto their God.
All right, so I'm asking you, what do holy mean again? You just said it. What do it mean? You don't remember? Set apart. Holy means set apart. Like we were talking about, the Sabbath day is the holy day. It's set apart. So then we say, you are holy to your God. You set apart. You don't do what the other nations do. All right? Read.
And not profane the name of their God.
Their God. There is a possessive word. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if you go talk to them over there, you like, hey man, that's their signs. These are our signs. You see what I'm saying? So the Most High said, their God. The Most High is possessive of us, not the other nations. That's it on that? Now that's it. All right, I'm going to show you another lie about this man, what they told you right here. Because, hey, when is his birthday? When is his birthday? December 25th, right? That's what everybody celebrate, right? I'm going to ask you this then. Hey, in the Bible, when did Christ come into the Bible? Christ came into the Bible in what? The New Testament, right? So Christ, Matthew is the first record of Christ's life. So this is the New Testament, right? All right, give me Jeremiah 10. I'm gonna show you how much you've been lied to. Everything that they done taught us been a lie.
Bring it out.
So what about Matthew? He was that too?
Huh?
Matthew.
Nah, Matthew not a lie. I'm telling you, this is the
No,
start.
not Matthew, Joseph.
Who? Joseph?
Yeah.
What you mean is he a lie? Nah, that's the Christ's father. Nah, Christ, Joseph and Mary had sex and had Christ. They told you that Christ was immaculate conception. That's a lie. But I'm finna show you this about the day that everybody can relate to. December the 25th. That ain't in the Bible.
Bring it out.
Watch this. I'm gonna ask you, what is this talking about right here? Read.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1.
Pay attention. Hey, pay attention, bro. Watch this.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
The house of Israel. Who's the house of Israel, Darrell? Not God.
I mean,
Israelites. The house of Israel, right. What are Israelites? Where? That's the house of Israel. 12 tribes. Israelites.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not. That means do not learn, right? The way of the heathen. The heathen are those same enemies that he said sold you off of the slave ships. Those are the heathens, okay? So the Most High telling the Israelites right here, he say, do not learn the ways of the heathen. That means what? Do not do what they do. Do not take on their customs of what they do. They shave. They eat pork. You know what I'm saying? So he's telling them not to do this, but look at what custom he's talking about right here. Read.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Read.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
All right.
For the customs of the people are vain.
He say the customs of the heathen are vain. Read.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
All right, so
that's how we do, what you say, wind.
sound like oxygen.
Yeah.
Nah, all right, but nah, that ain't what you talking about right here, but I know what you're saying. But what I'm telling you is, when you saying on December the 25th, what's one thing that everybody do? What's one thing that everybody put up?
Christmas light, trees.
What they put? All right, trees, right? Listen to what he just said. Read that last part again.
For one cutteth a tree
A tree, all right?
out of the forest.
Read.
The work of the hands of the workmen.
Read.
With the axe. They deck it with silver.
All right, cause you just said they do what? What they put on the tree? Ornaments, lights. Right, they all kind of decorative stuff, all that, right? So now we reading this out the Old Testament. Christ ain't born yet, right? So how are we reading about this in the Old Testament? See what I'm saying? This don't got nothing to do with Christ. Well, I'm telling you, Christmas ain't got nothing to do with Jesus Christ. We reading this out the Old Testament. Read.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
They got songs saying silver and gold, right? Everybody got, well, they got all colors on the tree now, but silver and gold, decorative ornaments on a tree cut out the forest, right? Read.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
All right, well, now you got a tree stand. Now, they made it easy for you. Just get a tree stand and screw it in. See what I'm saying? But you had a tree fastened and decorated with silver and gold. Read.
They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must need be born, because they...
This one. Okay, nah, all right. It is all we need, but that's now. So what I'm showing you now is, what is Christmas? If they say that Christmas is Christ's birthday, and you just read this in the book of Jeremiah in the Old Testament, what is it? Christmas is a satanic ritual, bro. It don't got nothing.
Celebrate or something like
It don't got nothing to do with Christ. You know what I'm saying? Christ didn't have no birthday parties in his Bible.
Right.
But nowadays, everybody got a big billion-dollar industry. Christmas is a big thing. Everything that your oppressor taught you is a lie. You gotta understand that. Everything that he push on you is evil. Give me Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. That's good. I appreciate that. Yeah. So that's what we out here showing you, that you got certain laws that you were chosen seed. You know what I'm saying? Our people don't know that. That's why it's nothing for our brothers to kill each other. Because we don't see each other. You know what I'm saying? But up here, we see each other. When I look at him, I see this Christ. This is a descendant of Christ. If Christ was on the earth, you will be a direct relative of him. You could be like, that's my uncle, that's my cousin or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Read, watch this.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy.
Through philosophies, thoughts, doctrines. See what I'm saying?
And vain deceit, after traditions of men.
After the what?
After the tradition of men.
After the traditions of men. We just read that in 1 Peter it said what? We supposed to follow the steps of who? Yeah, but who? Who else? Who the Bible say? Christ. Yeah, follow the steps of Christ. Not after the traditions of man. That's what I'm showing you about December the 25th. A man taught you December the 25th. December the 25th, not in the Bible. Read.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Not after Christ. That's what everybody doing tomorrow. Yeah, swap everything, not the cud. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me how these pastors reading this script just in the beginning of the Bible, but they'll have a bacon party after they get out of church, right? They'll take your money and then give you some pork chops. See what I'm saying? Read.
And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat,
Right?
and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
They are what?
They are unclean to you.
Bruh, any kind of pork or swine is unclean to you. You're not supposed to touch it. Now I'm going to show you the judgment. Give me Isaiah 66, 17. Say what? He what? Pork? Why? I mean, right, it's unclean. It's unclean, you know what I'm saying? So, a pig can eat anything. A pig can eat a dead baby, eat anything, yeah. And the pig has no sweat glands, so it can't release the toxins. So, if the pig eat a damn animal that got a disease,
he gonna have it too.
yeah, and then you gonna have it. But then you gonna say, man, that bacon tastes good, though. That's some good bologna. Watch this. I'm going to show you what the Most High said going to happen to you for eating the pork. Read.
Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh.
Eating what?
Eating swine's flesh.
Eating what?
Eating swine's flesh.
Swine's flesh. What we just talked about. Pork chops, bacon, bologna, all of that. Watch what the Most High said gonna happen to you. Read.
And the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
Shall be consumed. If the Most High say that he is gonna consume you, what do you think that means? Nah, not consumed. You're gonna die. That's what he said. You're gonna be consumed with fire. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, stay away from the pork, bro. Hey, give me number 15. Give me number 15, 38. Yeah, that's gonna be that fire that America's gonna get destroyed with. You know what he's saying? If you're an Israelite, if you get caught and you eat swine flesh, you haven't repented, when he returns, you're gonna get the same destruction that all of the wicked people around here gonna get. See what I'm saying? Read.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 37. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel.
The children of Israel, Darrell. Who are the children of Israel? You? Who else though? Collectively. Us, right? Right here. Or what? 12 tribes. Israelites. Israelites. You know what I'm saying? The only thing the Israelites is just like in the scripture, if your name was Johnson, you'll be a Johnsonite. You see what I'm saying? A Canaanite from the land of Canaan, which is Africa. Canaanites, Moabites. You see what I'm saying? The ISIS just go on the end. You see what I'm saying? So the Israelites, that's all it is. You are the children of Israel. Read.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
They speaking to the 12 tribes on this sign right here. Read.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
I'm gonna ask you this: are the Israelites still generating right now? Yeah.
They're trying to bring it up together.
Yeah, I'm saying how we still, these 12 tribes, the Dominicans, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, the Negroes, we still having babies and generating, right? So it say throughout your generations, it's a commandment that you put fringes in the border of your garment. Every man that you see up here, look, that's what we got, fringes. It's different kind, but you gotta get a fringe and a ribbon of blue. You're supposed to have that on. Now that you know, you gotta get fringes in the border of your garments. Read.
And that they put up on the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look up on it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, which ye use to go a whoring.
Alright, so that's what he's talking about, bro. So, you got any other questions about the scriptures? Because you were commanded to get the fringes. You come to school, we'll get you hooked up with the fringes so you can start keeping the commandments. It's on her. It should be on her on the back. Flip the back. Right up. Yeah. Right up. Yeah, that's the contact. That's the two men you contact. The school address is right here, bro. So that's what we out here doing. That's what we out here. Alright. Go to where? Where?
Church.
Yeah, but we just saying, how many lies have you learned about church just in standing right here, right quick?
Whole lot.
You learned the Israelites, you learned Christ not white, Christmas a lie, it's Sunday, it's not the Sabbath. Y'all supposed to eat pork. You see what I'm saying? Hey, all church doing stealing your money.
Yeah.
That's all they doing.
I just find that out my game.
Alright, well, hey, the Most High led you to us for a reason, bro. Hey, look at that information, bro, and then come and hit us up. Come to school.
Yes.
Alright, give me Luke 14:23, bro.
You say y'all big brother, man?
All praise to the Most High, bro. Hey, what we doing, we out in the highways, and the head is waking our brothers up. The brother just got edified today. That's what we out here for. It's not just for you to sit and listen, we out here for you to ask questions.
Bring it out.
Matthew 6, give me Matthew chapter 6. 26. Matthew 26, give me Matthew chapter 26.
Read. The book of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 6.
Read.
Now when Jesus was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. When Jesus understood.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.